Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing an advice from your shadow that will change your life. So to do this reading, I'm going to shuffle, but actually I want to do it in a different way today. I want to lay out the cards, spread them, and pick out three cards for today's reading. This way we have an opportunity to, get access to most of the cards in this deck. So what are we getting? I think I'm gonna pick this one, and then here I'm gonna pick this one, and from this bulk I will pick this one. Whoa. So let's see what we have, my dear soul family, for the 3 piles today. All right, so for pile number 1, we have summer. For pile number 2, we have Jupiter. And for pile number 3, we have Saturn. Now, if you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, we have the Bloodstone point, and this is what your crystal looks like. There we go. For pile number 2, we have the Rainbow Aura Quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. There we go. And for pile number 3, we have the clear quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these piles or crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, or if you feel drawn to all of the piles, or maybe you're just drawn to one, whatever it is, trust your intuition, because it is your intuition that will take you to the message that you're meant to hear today. And so if it's just one, several, or all, let it lead the way. And as always, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is so lovely to have you here, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love doing the preparation with you guys. I like including your energies as we prepare for your piles. So welcome, so lovely to have you. Before we begin, let me introduce your cards to you. On the left are the Oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, do know that I leave their names down in the description box. Okay, so let's now shuffle with intention and ask, what advice is your shadow providing you with today that will change your life? 1, 2, 3. All right, let's pick up the next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. What advice is your shadow providing you with today that will change your life? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now let's pick up the next oracle deck. And I feel like I'm gonna pick some bulks and see what is the middle card. Yeah, this one. So 1. Ah, that's another bulk. I'm gonna pick this one. There's another bulk. And then I'm gonna pick this one. So curious about what these are gonna be. Okay. Right, so we have your oracle cards ready. Let's now pick up your tarot cards. And let's shuffle with intention. We are going to be taking 2 cards from each of the decks. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, next deck. What advice is your shadow providing you with today that will change your life? Oh, 2. Oh, thanks. There's 1. And there is 2. All right. Next. What advice is your shadow providing you with today that will, I feel this one, that will change your life? Okay. Right. What advice is your shadow providing you with today that, actually I feel this one here, that will change your life? Okay, so the 3 piles are now ready. Let's put them neatly together so that we can begin your reading. Let's pick this one up. There we go. So pile number 1 is now ready. Let's place it right there with the Bloodstone. Okay, pile number 2. So pile number 2 is now also ready with the rainbow ore quartz. Right. Pile number 3 is now also ready. Let's keep it right with the clear quartz. So, your piles are now ready for today's reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me as we prepare your piles. It is always a pleasure having you around. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love you very much. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Bloodstone point as well as Summer. Let's now take a look at the rest of your cards and see how this fits into your reading. As usual, we're going to be taking a look at your oracle cards first, to get a general idea and a gist of what your shadow wants to tell you. So you have satisfied, interesting on one side, and disappointment. Okay, so I see what aspect this Summer card actually wants to show you here. I really do, actually. Okay, so let's pick up this one. You have an ascension. Okay, interesting. Again, we get the sun. And the spiral is also giving me an understanding as well. Right, so you also have the henbane. Really cool. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Right, so pile number 1. These are the before tarot cards. So these are scenes that depict the scenes before the Rider-Waite-Smith. So you have the 4 of Swords. The window is open. Butterflies are coming in. So winds of change I'm seeing. Okay. 3 of Wands. And we see a falcon here delivering a message. Cool. You also have the 2 of Wands, and that's the light aspect in this card, of the 2 of Wands, and on the other side is the shadow aspect. It's falling. Okay. You have the King of Pentacles, again that's the light side, and then that is the shadow side. Right. Okay. You also have the Empress card with inspection here. The Empress is inspecting something with a lot of care. All right. Inspecting something that may be difficult for others to inspect. These are insects, and insects kind of give off this natural, oh, can't do that. And there's a lot of butterflies. Touching again a human being here. So you have the 10 of Swords. You have the Strength card. And you have the Ace of Cups. So, what is your shadow presenting you with today? How interesting, actually. How interesting, especially with the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands is not moving because the 3 of Wands is reading a message. 2 of Wands is taking action, but is at a risk of falling as they take the action. So really here, I feel like your shadow is talking about some sort of lack of movement, especially that the Knight of Pentacles is about moving slowly. Or perhaps here, sometimes with this, the shadow of the Knight of Pentacles could be moving slowly and in the wrong direction. So not only is there slow movement, but a lot of the times it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 5 back, 2 steps forwards, 5 back. So yeah, I feel here, or see actually, that your shadow is discussing a lack of movement, because you may be re-experiencing, reliving experiences that were traumatic or shocking in the past. And I feel like without meaning to, you keep going to looking at these old experiences and looking at how horrible or disgusting they were, how shocking they were, how they hurt you. They certainly seem like they were awful experiences. For sure, there was a lot of disappointment. But I certainly see your shadow saying, for you to ascend, there must be moving on and forgetting the past in order to interrupt the pattern of reliving. Why am I saying that? Because you have the henbane in your reading, and the henbane in ancient Greece used to be used as chapels on the like crowned. That's why you have the crowned on the head of people who were deceased, because they believed that these chapels of henbane would make them forget about their past lives and help them move into their new lives after death. So there is a strong message of your shadow talking about your ascension, about you moving forward. Sometimes, not sometimes, in the beginning it's healthy to cry and to go over these experiences and heal them and cry them and analyze them. But see, with the summer here, something can either go ripe or about to burst or about to go bad if we don't pick it up, if we don't let it go. And so I see here your shadow speaking about gratitude, speaking about accepting with satisfied, accepting the past as it was. The winds of change came, they transformed you, and now it's time to transform your life one more time, with the death symbolically appearing in the henbane and the butterflies. It's now time to transform this energy. Your shadow is saying that once you start a new beginning with yourself, you will find your strength once again. And I'm sure that you're looking for it at the moment, with the strength card appearing here. With the black sheep appearing as the strength card, perhaps you were really maybe discriminated against or being treated bad by someone in specific, and that really hurts you. And I see your shadow saying it is no longer needed to live these experiences. This came from somebody's shadow. It's meant to happen. Whatever is done is done. It's in the past. Now it's time to heal and move on. And this starts by acceptance, looking forward to a bright future, and deciding to break that pattern, to no longer go over these memories, reread them, relive them, because they create a cycle. And you know, with the spirals, as we see in your cards, spirals, they, depending on which way they spiral, they're either attracting life force or pushing life force. So when we relive an experience, we keep attracting that type of energy into our lives. But here I see the opposite advice of pushing that experience out of our lives, out of our energy, out of our aura, because things have ripened. I feel like so much healing behind the scenes, as you've analyzed, has happened, and now any more is going to make you relive these experiences, and that is no longer needed. Now is the time for acceptance, for tranquility, and to make an important decision of not reliving them anymore. See, now, as you make that bold move with yourself and your mind, you will start seeing solid changes in your life, on your external life. Slowly but surely, mind you, with the Knight of Pentacles, but you are sure to see big transformational changes, one after the other, coming in your external world, being symbolized by the window here. You will start to see healing. You will start to see yourself becoming stronger, and as a result, you'll see things changing in your outside world. And your shadow wants you to ascend from this experience. Take the learnings from it, because with the light aspect of the Knight of Cups, you're learning, you're steadily growing. Now on the shadow aspect of the Knight of Pentacles, you're going backwards. You're not growing. So yeah, here you could be falling here. Your shadow is really telling you now is the time to pick up the fruits of your learning lessons, and not to scan, because I feel like this is a scan of this apple. It's not time to scan any longer. The learnings have been done, obviously. You've really learned your message, you've understood so much. Now it's time to block it from your mind. Now is not the time to re-inspect. Now is the time to push it away and move forward in your life. My dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. See, with that, with the cookie cutter here, I feel like your shadow is saying you have full control of how you can shape your future. It's within your hands. You can move forward and climb up. Don't let these memories be the very same thing that makes you fall every time, because now it's time for you to move up. Remember when we said there is like 2 steps forward and then 5 back? No, it's no longer time for you to continue to go back. Now is the time to move forward, and you're so ready for that, my dear pile number 1. Let's pull out, I feel 3 cards. Because you have 3 and 3 here. Let's pull out 3 exact cards as specific advice from your shadow on how to apply that. What does your shadow want to tell you exactly about going through that? Actually, yeah, that's it. 3. All right. So pile number 1, you have the King of Cups. Interesting. Take control of your thoughts. You are not out of control. You're fully in control. Pick that sword back up. Pick your mind back up and choose the right thoughts to think. Don't let your shadow be in control of you, but you be in control of your thoughts. Even if it falls, like what happened with the card now, even if you get these thoughts again and feel bad, accept it and then pick it up calmly back again and be in control. You have, wow, the Chariot. See, movement, lead the way. So here with the King of Cups, I feel like, you know, the King of Cups is balanced emotionally, and you're at the precipice of being balanced now. And it's all a matter of taking command of your thoughts. Do you see that? Not depending on your own thoughts to balance themselves out, but rather you picking your cup, picking your emotions by adjusting your thoughts with the clouds here. That's exactly what we're seeing. See the hands from the clouds. It's unbelievable. It's you choosing your thoughts, being empowered by your thoughts. If you get ideas like, oh, remember when this person did that and they hurt me, how could they, things like that, you find yourself getting into that. You say, whatever happened, it's finished. What's most important is for me to move forward, not to relive some other people's shadows and what they did to me. Now it's time for me to focus on myself, on my future, to be happy, and to take command of the wheels, you know, not let the car drive you, but you driving the car, you being in command of what type of thoughts come into your mind and how empowered you are going to feel. And with that, you will find your strength one more time. You will feel like you're blossoming. And also with this white shirt or top, I feel like your heart chakra will clear off of these memories. You'll feel healed, rejuvenated, and you will feel like the world is not in charge of you, but rather you are in command of your life. You're not waiting for things to happen from the outside any longer. You are the one who's going to make yourself feel empowered. You're going to take yourself in the place that you want. And from this moment, this decision, you are going to start moving forward in your life with great speed. And you're going to be achieving everything that you want. And this is the advice that I see for you, my dear pile number one. From your shadow, that will change your life. And if it's coming from your shadow, it really will change your life, my dear pile number one. This was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number one. This book could really help you out in general in being productive and being self-disciplined. Also, it can help you be self-disciplined in anything, not just in being productive, but also like this. How to be self-disciplined in the decisions that you take. So whatever case it is, I feel like this book could really help you out in these areas of your life. It's small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate reading it, but you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying the process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. Pile number one, it was a real honor doing this reading for you. I feel honored that your shadow gave me the opportunity to do this reading for you. So thank you, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz as well as Jupiter. I love Jupiter. Let's see how this fits into your reading today. And as you know, we're taking a look at an advice from your shadow that will change your life. So we're starting off with your oracle cards first. you have on one side passionate, I knew it, and on the other side, indifferent. Okay, let's keep it right there. You also have new day, yes. All right, I had an intuitive feeling about this pile, and I knew it. See, it's spirituality is really cool. So you have the sickle. Okay, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. See, these two cards are the before tarot, so these are the scenes before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith scenes. You have the Wheel of Fortune, amazing. Yeah. And you have, of course, the Six of Pentacles, amazing energy from your shadow here, amazing message. You have the Three of Wands, you can see it from the light aspect. And this is the shadow aspect, yes. All right. You have here the Four of Wands, that's the light aspect. And then you have the Four of Wands with the shadow aspect. Yes. You have, see, with the 8 here, this is the Justice card in this deck. Yeah, okay. You have the Magician. Right. Oh, you know, with the forging into the environment. Yes, I see. Okay, I'll get it. I'll get into that right now. You have the Devil card, as well as, yes, as well as the Fool card. So interesting. So right away, my dear pile number 2, I see that your shadow is saying, with the Jupiter energy here, this is energy of expansion. It's also energy of fortune. It's energy of possibilities, of success. So I see your shadow talking about you doing something that you're passionate about. See, I see here with the gold that you have a gold finger. I see that your shadow is saying that you're very skilled. Everything that you touch turns into gold. But there is indifference at the moment. Perhaps with the indifference here, I see that you have so much potential to start something, but you're not. You're not moving. You're thinking maybe about it so much. You're worried about things falling apart with this Justice card. And so here, instead of celebrating the fruits that will come out of your labor, we see that there's fakeness of celebrating peace, celebrating that you didn't at least lose, that things didn't fall apart. And that is false celebration. That is, as your shadow is explaining, your mind playing tricks on you. See, with the Devil card, it's thoughts that are keeping you stuck. Although you aren't. Do you see, always with the Devil card, it's opened. You are not stuck at all. In fact, we clearly see with the Fool card, this your shadow clearly telling you, plunge into what you're passionate about. Start something new with the new day. Something that you feel that you want to do. Follow that. And this is the before tarot. This will lead to your fortune. See, Six of Pentacles is one of its meanings is that it's a card of charity. You'll find a lot of not just great luck, but fortune. A lot of maybe finances, especially with the gold here and the gold finger. You're going to reap a lot of benefits from you beginning something. That's what the sickle here is presenting. Whatever you put in, just like the Six of Pentacles, you will sow. Whatever you reap, you will sow, which means that your shadow is saying you will actually succeed. Any other thoughts that are telling you that you won't are a mere lie, coming from the place, from the shadow that is speaking to you. It's telling you it's a shadow. It's not true. The real reality is that you are going to make it, and you won't believe it until you try. And that's why your shadow is saying here, wear the mask, trick yourself, fake it until you make it. How about you believe that you will do it? This way you'll plunge in and see for yourself that you have a golden finger. That whatever you are going to touch is going to turn into gold. This couldn't be a coincidence. We see the sickle. You're going to reap what it is you're passionate about. The Wheel of Fortune. It is going to bring you a lot of fortune and good luck, which matches with the energy of Jupiter. So yeah, I really feel your shadow inviting you to do something. Even your crystal with the rainbow aura quartz, it's man-made. So we see brilliant things being created by the hand if you just start something. How interesting. Your reading is telling you, or your shadow is telling you, that it's not going to fall apart as you think. And the only way to know is to plunge in and try. Yeah, your shadow's really pushing you to begin something here. What is it that it's asking you to begin? I'm not quite sure, but it is certainly something that you are passionate about. This could be different things. This could be related to your job. We see 2 figures and a heart here. This could be related to a relationship, or you maybe increasing the bond of an existing relationship in your life, or starting a new relationship, finding the right person. It could have many meanings, but there is a shadow in this area of your life that it's telling you you're not going to make it, although you are going to make it with flying colors. By simply trying small things, you're going to make big things. Pile number 3. This is so interesting. I kind of feel a little bit of lost energy in this reading. Although there's so much potential, perhaps with the indifference, it's kind of like, but I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. There's lost energy here. So I'm going to pick up your tarot cards, and I will ask specific advice from your shadow, since it can see the picture from the other side, on what's your advice to do exactly to heal this shadow and to begin anew, and to make use of this golden finger that you have, or golden opportunity. Okay. Oh, wow. There we go. So, can we kindly get advice from pile number 2's shadow, please, on exactly what they are meant to do in this area of their lives? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I feel these 2 actually. So these are 6 cards. Okay, the way we're going to do this is not going to divide it into 3s. We're going to divide it into 2s, the way they appeared. So, you have the Judgment card. A wake-up call. You have the Queen of Pentacles, taking the reins back in your own hands. Not waiting for things to happen to you for you to get up. Your shadow is saying, go out there and make it happen. At least show up. Yeah, show up. Okay? You have the 8 of Pentacles. We see someone that have done work and they are presenting it. Actually, this is showing me several things. Either present your work, start putting it out there, or present yourself. Maybe you've done a lot of work and now it's time for you to present the work. Let it show on the outside. 2 of Cups. For a lot of you, this could be a connection as well. It's not just work. see here, it's all about showing up so that you will see this person eye to eye. If you're already in a relationship, then it's about taking the time to bond with this person, because the little efforts that you do will strengthen the bond between the two of you. If you don't have someone in your life and it's about showing up to find the right person, I see your shadow actually saying there is a counterpart. All that needs to happen for this energy to come together is for you to just simply show up. So you're needed to present yourself, to show up. That's all really that I'm seeing here. Just show up for yourself. Yeah, show up for yourself. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're already amazing. Just put your work out there, or put yourself out there, or just show up as well. You have the King of Pentacles, who's about to receive something super big. Super big. So this is a dream for a lot of you. And I see here, apologies, pile number 2. So you see here, it's like your shadow is saying the opportunity is waiting right there for you. You can take what you want. It's there. All you need to do is show up. Can you believe that, pile number 2? Really, all you need to do all over your reading is to simply show up. Your shadow is presenting you as someone who's very capable, someone who is able to bring themselves the best by simply being there, showing what you're made out of, showing who you are properly, presenting yourself properly. And see, do you see your reading? By simply putting yourself out there, you get that opportunity that you're wishing for, that thing that your heart wants and desires, pile number 2. So what is it that you so long for in your soul? Because it's that very same thing that you're about to receive so easily by simply being there. You've been waiting for maybe a long time for nothing. Just going towards it will allow you to receive it into your life. And oh my God, it's unbelievable, this amount of waking up in your reading. You see, this is the Sun card. This is blessings coming into your life, a new day occurring. And I feel like here this is the before tarot, so it's presented as sleeping, not being aware. Your inner child is not aware just how much it can receive. There's a lot of healing that happened, obviously, and it's time for you to simply see with the Sun card, show up. That's all. It's really mind-blowing how you've done so much work. You're presented with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. There's so much potential in you. Your blessing is there. I can't say it enough, really. Pile number 3, your reading is showing that it's all about showing up. Just plunge into it and you will find your good luck. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 2. Wishing you the best of luck in achieving everything that you want, especially that area that you are passionate about, that you're meant to take. It's there for the taking. So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. You'll find a link to this channel, the first thing in the description box. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book could really help you out in your journey in achieving what you want. It teaches you how to become very productive, self-disciplined, but also how to enjoy that, which is the most important thing. You know how when you want to achieve something and you plunge into the pool, but then if you hold your breath for too long, if you're not enjoying it, you're bound to just get up and go, I don't like that. But this book really teaches you how to enjoy that journey. And this is the only way to continue performing and to continue to keep up with what you want. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. There's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. And pile number 2, it was a real pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you the best from my heart. May you achieve that very thing right away, simply by showing up as your shadow is showing me. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Saturn card as well as the clear quartz. So let's see how this fits into your reading, my dear pile number 3. We're taking a look at what your shadow wants to advise you with. The advice that it wants to give you that will change your life. Oh, there's an oracle card there. Let me pick it up. And let's see what your cards say. So, pile number 3, you have on one side timid, but on the other reckless. Interesting. Okay. You also have home. Oh, sorry. There we go. So you have home. And you have apple. Oh, you reap what you sow. How interesting. I'm getting an analogy from that. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards though. So, these two cards are the before tarot. So these are the 2 scenes before the regular Rider-Waite-Smith scenes. You have the Page of Wands. Kneeling down here. And you have the 7 of Wands. I see. Cherishing those challenges. Okay. Paying attention to what they're saying. Okay, I see. All right, so you have the Page of Wands again. That's the light attribute. Let me adjust that. Yeah, that's the light attribute. And that's the shadow attribute. There's a knife here. On the other side, something's blossoming. Really cool. You have the Tower card. Which one? That's the light aspect. And that's the shadow aspect. Letting it destroy everything. I see. Here it's making you think with the crown. You have the 2 of Cups. The 9 of Swords. 10 of Wands, and you have the 10 of Cups ending your reading. So interesting. Okay, so what I'm seeing here in your reading, my dear pile number 3, is your shadow talking about some difficulty and burden in your life. There is a certain area in your life that is causing a lot of anxiousness. It feels heavy on your back. It feels like you can't take it any longer. You've been enduring this for so long and you feel like you're on the brinks of breaking down actually. You get a lot of ideas on maybe ending this challenge altogether, letting it go, and that's why you have timid. Yeah, sometimes you feel like that's it, I've had enough. So for example, if these are your studies, you feel like they're so heavy, you're like, that's it, at any time I'm going to cause death or end these studies. I don't have to finish them anymore. Or you're working on a project maybe and you really want to do it, but it's starting to feel intimidating. It's burdening, it's causing a lot of stress, and you feel like, okay, that's it. A lot of the times you feel like, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna do this anymore. There is an area in your life, or several maybe, but specifically I see your shadow speaking of one very important area where you feel like it's certainly causing a lot of stress, and you get a lot of ideas about being reckless, just throwing in the towel and not having to deal with this challenge any longer. But see, with Saturn here, yes, there is constriction. It's called constriction. But Saturn is all about a force of structure. It brings in all these limitations and constrictions, not to make things more intimidating and not to push you to end things, although it could sometimes if it's the wrong thing. But really, in your reading here, I see that it's more the energy of Saturn, of creating limitation to correct, to do things the right way, to create some form of structure. Because Saturn, as limiting as it may feel, its ability to support is unmatched. And let me give you an example with the analogy that I quickly saw here with the apple and the home. That is, let's say, how when we say you reap what you sow. So let's say there is an ancient farmer, right, in the past 1,000 centuries ago, who lived in a small home, small hut, and they relied fully on the food that they planted. Let's say this is now the season for this farmer to start planting in, and this farmer goes out, starts digging in order to start sowing, planting the seeds that the family will later reap. My apologies. The family will later reap. Now, let's say the farmer wakes up and does not find his shovel. And now the farmer is freaking out because he only has a couple of days. That's the season to plant this specific vegetable or fruit. And he keeps looking for it everywhere and is going crazy. And that's a big deal back then, because he couldn't go to a certain shop now and buy another one. And it took a lot of effort for him to shift the metal and mold it in the way that he wants it and tie it to the wood and whatever, in order to create that shovel that will help him, or whatever tool and how he created it, to easily plant these seeds like every season, right? And he looks for it tirelessly every day in his home and out, and is going crazy. How am I going to do this? How am I going to be able to plant? I don't know what to do now. And is feeling frustrated and feeling like the world is against him, and feels this unfair limitation and constraint, and is just mind blown. And not only is he not finding it, now that he looks for it several days, now he has a second constraint. Time is running out. And so because time is running out, now the number of plants that he gets to plant are decreasing by the day, forcing this farmer to shift his perspective completely at how he plants. And now he needs to think of a different idea, because now he has a different problem to solve. Not only does he need to plant, but now he needs to find a smarter way to plant more seeds at the same time, so that he creates the number of vegetables needed for the next season, knowing that a lot of the vegetables go bad anyways. So this is a lot of stress. And so now, with the constraint, this farmer sits down and starts thinking, okay, so what do I do? And starts imagining what different tool, since he now has to create one, what tool this time can help him plant many vegetables at the same time. And he comes up with this idea. He thinks, hey, why don't I bring this big log where I can hold from one side and my elder son from the other side, and maybe this log has a lot of other logs coming down from it, so that when we push together, we create this several lines in the ground, instead of shoving down each hole by each hole. We simply push it with force all the way to the end of the farm, and now we have dug many holes at the same time, and all we need to do is go back and together plant these seeds in these holes. And as we're coming back from the planting, all we need to do is push these the soil back in. And the farmer goes, oh my God, this is a brilliant idea, and it's not going to take much time to create that tool. It's just a log, and I just need to pull in holes or whatever. So the farmer creates this tool, ties it down properly with rope, and then asks his son to come and help him. They push, and it works. Now the farmer can plant many vegetables at the same time and reaps the fruits of his labor, taking less time. Not only did he solve the problem for this specific season, but for generations to come. Now he's not so stressed every single time it's planting season, because he's put in a system that is so brilliant, easy to apply, much easier to apply. They know what to do, and then the season is not a burden any longer. So that's the type of clearing of energy that I'm seeing here in your reading. I see that your shadow is really saying that the constraints that are in your life at the moment, you're misseeing this. They're not meant for you to end it or destruct it. They are there to take care of you, really. And it's all about shifting perspective. Do you see the Page of Wands here? It's really looking at the message, this ancient message. What is it telling him? To be grateful for these challenges, because these specific challenges are not here to hinder what you're doing, but with the gold on the finger, it's meant for you to create something amazing, to create some sort of structure that will make you happy, very happy moving forward. All of these colors in the cups, I feel like the chakras are healing, because it's not one area that's working that is, but another chakra or another area is not. Like you're working so hard, but your heart chakra is burned out. No, I feel like with the system, it's now creating balance in your life. You're feeling happy. You feel like you can take care of other things in your life, take care of your mental health, your emotional health, and you're really feeling happy. And so this challenge is simply there to create structure so that it supports you in an unmatched way in your life. And it's not there to make you feel intimidated by this challenge. It's not there to make you push away the whole thing or drop it. It's really meant to allow you to harbor, see with the hugging here, harbor that thing that you want to achieve without much hassle in your life, allowing you to do other things that are important to you. Yeah. And that way you would solve this riddle. It's pushing you to figure something out. And my dear pal number 3, this is exactly what I see as your message from your shadow, and what to do in your life that will really change your life by just looking at this from a different perspective and thinking, what kind of structure do I need in my life to make this super easy? And this is exactly what I see as your message from your shadow, my dear pile number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And also, please don't forget to check out my productivity book. You know, this book could really help you out manage all this, create a structure. It has a lot of key advice and secrets to help you become structured, organized, and productive, but also in a way that you will really enjoy, because it teaches you how to enjoy this process. And so if you're interested in checking it out, my dear pal number 3, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. You'll find that this book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate in reading it. And also, with this link, you'll find that there's also an audiobook if you love listening to your books. So that is also another version that is available for you. And my dear pal number 3, it was such a pleasure doing this reading for you. I'm wishing you the best of luck and success in your life. See, with the gold here, you're going to achieve something amazing. You'll see this is what your shadow is saying exactly in your reading. And pal number 3, I wish you the best of luck from my heart. And I'll catch you in the next reading.